Okay, Taurus, we're catching up with your energy here. I got 9 cards. We're going to get into it. If you want to know where I'm going to be for more readings, hang on till the end and I'll put the details in there. Here's a hint with Rumble, but go and subscribe there and you'll do fine. Okay, first card for Taurus as we catch up with the energy here. What do we get? The Queen of Earth. So that's your element. That's your card. That's you. Yeah, abundance and flourishing was the word they dropped down on me here. We may be, feeling good at this time in our energy, in what's going on around us. Everything's good. We feel stable. It's all good, great, and wonderful. This is good, Taurus. Okay, first, next card. Masculine and feminine. Okay. We may be aware here at this time of this masculine feminine split within us. We may be coming across this energy and trying to suss this out, trying to go, okay, am I balanced? Am I embracing my feminine side? Am I embracing my masculine side? Do I have a masculine and feminine? We're looking at this. I feel like this is the deeper part of our spiritual center here. We're looking into that. One, because the universe wants you to do so. And then secondly, this is going to bring us to more insightful information that's going to help us in a bigger scheme of things. Again, Taurus being kind of above everything, wanting to be grounded on what's rooted in the earth. So we feel a little uneasy looking very deeply into the spiritual center, but nonetheless, we're flowing pretty good with that energy and we're looking into things in that kind of way. The next card that we have is abundance. Well, what do you know, man? Or woman? We are going to gain some abundance here if we come across the right tools, they said. The sense is we are imbalanced. That's why they want you to look at this area. So we may be pushing too much masculine or too much feminine energy here, that it's not in balance. Okay. And because of this, the universe wants you to balance that out. And when you figure out where that sits, you will be notified quite highly, because there will be a good flow of energy coming at you, whether it's new energy in the form of friendships or new energy in the form of just good opportunities and people and things and situations that come in, but it will be a change in the atmosphere, no less. Okay? Wow. Okay, this is good. Queen of Earth. So I've got my infinity feminine and masculine cards. So for the feminine, to clarify the Queen of Earth, that's your element. That's your just being the you that you can be. On top of that energy, we get the Five of Earth. Okay. This kind of accentuates the other side of things. Now, I felt a great abundance here, but the Five of Earth, it has us feeling out in the cold here. We are cold and we're lonely and we may even be hungry, but we're eating something at this point. So this is interesting because it's a complete contrast to what I got. So what they're clarifying is they're going, beware that these Taurus are in good standing, though they feel at this time that they are in lack. Compared to most, we are in good standing. So we may not be aware of our own prosperity as it sits. So Taurus likes to be the bearer of good things and whatnot, and they like to actually go outward and show that to others. Not so much in an ego-forsive way, but in a way that they like to, splurge on things and whatever. And at this time, I feel like they can't. And it may be we just tightening the belt, so therefore we can't go with all the extravagance that we used to go. We can't go out in this way. That's kind of the sense they're giving me. It's not that we're completely broke, but, in order to keep us afloat, we kind of have to tighten our belt. I'm getting finances here quite highly. So yeah, to stay in abundance, right, we have to tighten our going outward so much with the finances. Okay. On top of the masculine and feminine energy, the clarifier we get is the Three of Water. So, even though we're imbalanced, we may be happy and joyful no less. There may be people around us that old friends coming in that make us feel great and wonderful. This is all good and great. You may even be in the process of being rewarded at this time by new friendships, because I was getting that. Incoming friendships, I was getting that. So this may be something that is a reward for some internal balancing of masculine and feminine. Okay? Now, on top of the abundance card, the feminine card we get there is a magician. Yeah, there is something that we're looking to gain here as we move forward. And it may be literally finances, more finances, or something to do with finances, a job, an increase in pay at a job, something like this, okay? The magician really symbolizes, okay, I've made a decision, I'm going to go forward here, and I'm going to take this, that, and the other. And when we're talking about the Pentacles element, and the Taurus, the earth element, we're talking about finances. And the Taurus likes to is going to take charge here and move in a certain way. Okay, the masculine cards on top of the Queen of Earth, the Five of Earth, which again, at this time we feel like we're in lack, but we're really not in lack. We're abundant, but we're having to hold our purse strings back, okay? On top of the Five of Earth, we get the Ten of Fire. Okay. That's about being burdened. Yeah, I did feel a great heaviness of this. I want to go out and maybe even at this time, Christmas coming up, we maybe feel like we can't give the gifts that we want to give this year, or, but it's in the greater plan of things, the greater scheme of things, it's all understood. But there's the Taurus again likes to be extravagant, and they do like to go out and pamper others as well. They like to go out and give to others. So this is really cramping their style here. This having a purse strings tightened, they don't like that. It's very burdensome for them. So as we move forward, on top of the Three of Water, there may be, the one end we're feeling a financial crunch. But on another end, we may be feeling a lot of family, a lot of people around us, friends and whatnot. We're having a lot of, exciting times with. So that's kind of, that's the payoff, right? We got friends coming in. We just may not have a lot of money to be extravagant. On top of that, we have the Four of Air. And that's about taking time to be still. The Four of Air can also be about a need to rest and relax. But here I do get it is on a spiritual nature, because when I made this card, I made it in the tone that we're actually trying to gain some internal insight here. So we may have had a great distraction here with friends. That was really wonderful. Either like we had people from high school come, we want to talk, catch up, whatever, and it was a breath of fresh air. But there's something here having to do with our inner spiritual selves. We have a deep sense of spiritualness, of wanting to connect with the self. Though it can be about rest and relaxation, I do feel here it is about getting in touch with deeper things. And because it's on the Three of Water, it can be about communicating with people differently on a deeper level and still getting, gaining more insight, and it's more exciting, this kind of thing. So it's all good. Great and groovy. Okay. On top of the Magician, the masculine card we get there is 20, Judgment. And this card is usually about having to pay for something here. And I don't mean in a monetary way. I mean energetically. Now give me a moment. They keep saying feeling judged. This is interesting because they're having great, but we may, these people that are coming in, we may feel judged. Now, they're going, if we feel judged, that is upon us, because we're not feeling judged outside of ourselves. They're going from a higher vantage point here. If we feel like other people outside of us are judging us, we're wrong. Okay? That needs to be said. Secondly, there's something here about self-worth. This may be part of the balancing that needs to happen here. Masculine or feminine having to do with our own self-worth. Well, this will be an interesting one to go into things further with. I want to pull another card, but you're going, no, this is the gist. We're having a great time in this moment. We're being in the moment, and we're absorbing new energy through friends and people, new acquaintances even. And all of this is coming in. It's all great and wonderful, but there's someone here that may have some self issues that is preventing them from fully processing this in the proper manner. Meaning, we may be looking at it in suspicion, looking at these people in suspicion when they're not doing the same. But we may think they do the same, this kind of thing. But anyway, we are trying to manifest some financial stability, more financial stability in the future. Isn't everybody? I think everybody's trying to do that. It's hard in this universe, the way it is. But nonetheless, yes, that's what they're trying to manifest, a better, solid way forward. We feel like there's some judgment coming upon us. I feel like if we get in touch with our deeper self, that will just kind of flush away, because we're just really may have some self-worth issues to deal with there. But nonetheless, really what I get here is we should be thankful for what we have, because we do have a lot in compare to others at this time. We are standing quite high on, monetary worth here. I'm getting a sense that we're fairly good. It could be worse. Things could be worse is what they said. Okay, so surrender, power of surrender card here. What do we get for Taurus? Surrender your fear of change. The universe is reminding you that you are cared for always. Whether you're afraid of change in your job, your health, or a relationship, or if you fear aging or death, repeat this affirmation. I have faith that all is well. All is well. All is well. All is well. And they say too, if you want it to stick, before you go to bed, my tone. Okay, I have a tone here. It's kind of mid. And if you want something to stick in your head, you slow it down and you spread it out. You slow the tone down, everything. So you say, I have faith that all is well. That's how I would say it normally. I have faith, all is well. That will stick in your brain longer than if you just say it, I have faith, all is well, boof, and then you pass out, right? Yeah. Felt the need to say that. Maybe somebody's into affirmations, daily affirmations, this kind of thing. And if we record our own voice, they say it is more powerful to get into our own subconscious through our own voice. So to record things on a recorder, again, tone it down. This is the hypnosis hypnotists, they use this, right? They slow it down and they whisper it out, and that gets you deeper and deeper levels, right? And it sticks. They're trying to tell me to tell you this. Pass it on. It sticks. So if you're having a hard time, okay, so what were we picking up from the reading? I feel judged, right? So we don't use those words. We X those words out, right? I feel judged. So we go, all is well. And what would be the verbiage there that I would use? I am accepted and loved, right? I am accepted and loved, right? You drop it down 2 marks, and that helps you get it. That's something I learned actually a long time ago. It was one of my, I can't even remember the book. I watch some of this hypnosis stuff that comes into my feed every once in a while. It's very interesting how we can get into our subconscious. Even if we don't truly believe it, we can make ourselves believe it, right? So this may be something that the Taurus needs. Some kind of hypnosis, self-hypnosis session. I mean, you can get pre-recorded stuff off YouTube. It's not even a big deal. Check that stuff out. Maybe look into that stuff if you haven't. If you have, and they're telling me, let them know that their own voice is a more powerful source. If you record, or if you're into MP3 or whatever, on your phone, you have a recorder, right? You can, I am loved, I am whatever, right? I am accepted, this kind of stuff. And the tone, bring it down a notch. And then also the speed. So the tone and the speed. And it just locks in, because when we normally talk, we're in a wavelength up here. And like in our normal day, right? Our alpha waves, or whatever they are, I'm probably on the wrong track. No, alpha is awake. Not like, studying or focusing, but awake. Well, there's one under, right? Where you're almost like relaxation and meditation. And it's that mode that that's the frequency we want to be in. And that's the frequency we want to communicate with ourselves with. And when we're busy throughout a day doing stuff, we're not in that mode. So that's why they're triggering me, or telling me to trigger you into slowing down. That's maybe the whole thing in itself. And toning down things, right? Excitement as well, being able to relax and whatnot. Because we have the Four of Air. We have the Four of Air here. So there's a sense of either needing this, maybe we don't have this. We're needing this and wanting this, and we got to connect with the self in some kind of way. Convince the self we're worthy. That's what they said. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I could go on and on and on. Taurus. But for the most part, we're sitting okay. We're not where we like to be, but this is only temporary, and it is in our path here to come across new energy in the future. There will be opportunities coming forth. One, because we're trying to manifest them on our own. And then two, because there is a change coming. And as much as we try to avoid it, it's going to hit us dead on. So if you're in fear of change, you may have to do some hypno sessions to get you over that. So in the meantime, look into this stuff. If it doesn't help you, throw it out and move on to something else. But it could help you. You don't know. So take care, guys. Have fun and be kind. That is a check into your energy system at this time. Hopefully that helps. Take care. Have fun and be kind.